Are you ready to take your striking game to the next level? Then you've got to get the focus ball. Dramatically improved footwork, timing, reflex, hand-eye coordination, head movement, and striking IQ. Lightweight and extremely portable, so you can train every time, everywhere with the focus ball.
Hi, it's Minnie. You're watching Don't Share Boxing Nation.
If he feel that way, you know what I mean, he can release me now. You know what I mean? Like, he can just release me. If you feel like you don't have no, you know what I mean, I'm not an asset to your company anymore, then, you know what I mean, you can release me right now. You don't have to wait till after a Spence fight. Why do you have to wait till after a Spence fight? You know what I mean? Release me now, then you don't have to lose any money no more.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So after Bob Arum damn near shocked the boxing world by throwing his own fighter under the bus, telling the whole boxing world that he's losing money and doesn't care if Terence Crawford leaves, after getting just a little bit of backlash from other promoters like Dana White.
Can you imagine if I said that? Are you fucking kidding me? You guys would murder me if I said that. I'd never hear the end of that. That's what you do. That's not his fucking problem. That's your problem. His problem isn't to figure out how you make money. You fucking signed a deal with this kid. Your job is to promote him. Your job is, you made a deal. All these kids that I signed, you know, and if you look right now at all the kids that we signed and how many people we have on our roster is very inflated right now. We have a very, very big roster, the biggest roster we've ever had in the history of the company. I have to pay all these kids. How I pay them is not their fucking problem. It's my fucking problem. And this guy wants to go, imagine me saying, oh, I gotta pay Conor McGregor fucking this much money. I could have built a house in Beverly Hills. Shut the fuck up, you fucking scumbag. Pay your fucking fighter what you owe him. That's your job.
So after Dana White said that, and once again, people responded to what Bob Arum said about Terence Crawford, Bob Arum, he came back out and he doubled down on everything he said. In fact, he even said more. He said, I don't give a shit if Terence Crawford got mad at me. This business is not about getting mad. This business is about facts and the reality of the situation. What did I say that was wrong? I'll show him how much money we've lost on his fights. Again, if we did the fight with Spence and put our money in for half of the risk, and Crawford wins and Heyman wants to sign him, be my guest, for Christ's sake. In other words, I am not going to go in my pocket anymore for Terence Crawford. I don't have to make a lot of money with him on this Spence fight, but I know I'll break even or make a couple dollars. I'm no longer in the business of losing money on Terence Crawford, end quote. And it's not that much of a surprise, but Terence Crawford had a lot to say in response. Matter of fact, the clip I played at the beginning of this video, that was an interview he did with Barack and AK. And in that interview, he touched on all the factual points that you heard me say, you heard Dana White say, and even a little bit more. I love the fact that Crawford, he pointed out the fact that you have fighters that come over here from other countries who don't even speak English. And no one is saying that those fighters need to promote themselves better. They need to learn how to speak English so they can promote themselves better. In fact, the only fighter I ever remember media saying he needs to learn how to speak English so he can promote himself better is Felix Tito Trinidad. That's right, someone on the coincidental list. So anyway, Terence Crawford, he touched on that point. Once again, he emphasized on the point that that's not my job. I'm not a promoter. What am I? I'm a fighter. I get paid to fight. I don't get paid to promote. He gets paid to promote. He's supposed to promote me. TC, he also said, it pissed me off, basically saying, hearing about this, it pissed me off because I'm one of the most loyal people. For him to say some foolish ish like that, it made me look at him totally different. You know, I would really love to know, what does Bob Arum think Terence Crawford could do to help him generate more money. Because he keeps saying he's losing money on Terence Crawford, but he's not explaining how he lost the money. His only explanation is Terence Crawford. It's TC. It's TC. I mean, Bob Arum, he's been promoting boxing matches for decades and decades. So I would like to also know, has he lost money on other fighters? And if so, how come he's never mentioned this about those fighters? And whose idea was it to put Terence Crawford versus Amir Khan on pay-per-view? Now, I don't know who decided that, but if that fight would have been on regular ESPN, it would have done at least 2 to 3 million views. I mean, because if Terence Crawford versus Kell Brook peaked at 2 million views, and that fight wasn't even promoted, Amir Khan has a bigger name than Kell Brook. So why put a fight like that on pay-per-view? That fight should have been on regular ESPN. This is some of the money that Bob Arum said that he lost on Terence Crawford, because he said he lost money on Crawford's last 3 fights. So why was that fight on pay-per-view? Those are just a couple questions. But anyway, we'll see how this plays out. We'll see if Bob Arum, if he really feels he's losing money, as Terence Crawford just said, why wouldn't you just let him go? I mean, if you're sitting at the damn blackjack table and you keep losing money, maybe it's time for you to leave that damn table. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. You know, I always say on this channel, pay-per-view fights should actually be free. And now the day has come where I'm about to hook you up with an app where you can watch all your pay-per-view events, boxing, UFC, etc. for free. I want to introduce Block TV, the best internet streaming television app out there. They provide over 3,600 channels, including HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, and Stars. They have a massive video on demand library with over 40,000 of the new release movies and the latest TV series. And it also includes DVR. So you're getting all of this for $34.99 a month. And once again, that includes free pay-per-view. So this one right here is a no-brainer, guys, because back in Las Vegas, I was paying damn near $200 a month for my cable. Those days are long gone now. So to get the app, make sure you guys go over to getblocktv.com and put in my promo code and get 30% off your first month. You also get a free month for every friend you refer. The promo code is DBNation. This is the future right here, I'm telling you guys. If you've lost your hair or you have a receding hairline, this is how you get it back permanently. So if you want to get this hookup for my brothers out there in the UK and Europe, make sure you check out the Scalp This on Instagram. And for my brothers out there in the States, make sure you go ahead and contact my man Scalp Carolinas on Instagram. And when you go on their pages, you can see for yourself what these guys look like before. I mean, these guys are literally hair magicians. I've never seen anything like this before, but all I can tell you guys is this is a serious game changer for us men.